All right, happy Saturday, everybody. Stopped off at a Walmart that is out towards my mom's house. They get all the cool stuff over there. I found 6 of these and 3 of the orange Lamborghini, which I left but there were no other cars. The only other one I want is the Hako and the Honda. But I did grab all 6 of these. Just because it's a GTR. I mean, you never know when you're going to need to trade them or whatever. Plus, this is a great little casting from Hot Wheels. It's a very nice looking replica. Fairly authentic. It's very authentic by Hot Wheels standards. I almost think this is a nicer tooling than the Greenlight. I think it looks better. And of course, in silver, you can't beat it. But tampoed taillights and transparent plastic headlights, which are part of the windscreen. It's a nice design when they do that. So yeah, I like this car. Look at that. I mean, that's a nice looking little Hot Wheels car. For just a mainline 94-cent car. Pretty tough to beat. So I grabbed that, and then I found a couple of these rather shockingly. I'm surprised that I found them, number one. And number two, I'm surprised that I found the 2 that I found. So we'll start with this one. It's the Morris Mini. This is from the new Entertainment Forza. Little Morris Mini. Now, typically, I do prefer... Oh, no way. That looks totally unspun. Typically, I prefer civilian decos, but obviously these are race cars. But is it just me, or do those posts look unspun? I don't... If any of you know, I mean, if you guys know, if you have any information, I mean, those to me don't look like they've been mushroomed, but how... Maybe that's just the way they are, because I do see some metal down towards the bottom. So maybe it's just a different look. I don't know. I know on the early castings of this particular casting, they would, the base would come off. Lock. Okay, so you can unlock. Oh, okay. It is. So it's not spun. How about that? Look at that. So there's a little mechanism on the bottom here, and it says lock, and it points to the back. To pull it off, you just pull the tab back, and it unlocks it. So you can take these real riders without even drilling the car. I don't think I'm going to do that. If I ever find a car that I feel like needs these wheels more so than this one, then I will. But in the meantime, I'll just keep this one as it is. So that's pretty awesome. Now, I don't know if Hot Wheels is supposed to spin, if these bases are supposed to be spun or not. I'm assuming not, just because I know historically this body has come off of this base. But if it is supposed to be spun, this is definitely an unspun air. But like I said, I don't believe that to be the case. But I love what Hot Wheels is doing with these adult entertainment cars. All the detail, and, you know, even though these ones have nice race graphics, you still get the headlight, taillight detail. So that's a cool little car. And a possible wheel donor if I ever need to. So this one here is the one I was super happy to find. Now I need to find the other one that I used to have a bunch of. And I forget which BMW that was, but you guys will know. If you guys have the one that came out from the... Might have been Forza. It was either Forza or Gran Turismo from back probably about a year ago. I forget which model it was. But if any of you have that one, please let me know, because I need to get it now. I want to have that one to go with this one. It's a different car, but it's the same, basically the same deco. Now, of these cars, you know, honestly, the only two that I really want is the BMW here and the Nissan Silvia. I guess I would maybe take the AMC. I'm not interested in the Lamborghini at all. I hate those wheels, and I'm not a big fan of the casting. But I was pretty surprised to find this BMW 2002. I think this is the first time that this car has made an appearance in the premium detailed lineup. But check out that detail. Nice job, Hot Wheels. 2002 turbo. Interesting how the tampos are inverted. I guess that's so that, you know, as it's coming up on you, you can see it in the rear, in your rear view mirror. Those will show correctly. Really nice deco on this car. A really clean look. Nice pearlescent white. The Xbox graphics. That's pretty cool. I like it, so I'm surprised to find those. And like I said, if you guys have the other BMW and you're willing to trade it, please let me know. I also found a few of these, so I'll crack this one open. I'm just slowly, one at a time, rebuilding my Auto World collection. Thankfully, when I sold a bunch of it, I kept the hard to find, most of the hard to find castings, like the Cadillacs. This, what is this? A 66 Chevelle SS. This is in like a midnight blue color. Pretty tight axle there on the front. You can see this is not a good roller. Been a long time since I've gotten an Auto World car that was this bad. Typically, like in the last couple of years, they've been really, really good about rolling. When I first started collecting back around 2014, this is how they all seemed to be. Like, they just didn't seem to roll very good. The rear axle's fine. The front axle is very tight, but awesome Chevy. Great detail. From Auto World. Also, from Auto World, I found this. And this is one casting that when I sold off, I didn't keep any of these, so I'm glad to get one of these back, although I wish that it was one with the tampoed headlights. Auto World does a really nice job with this car. Not a fan of the black wheels. In fact, on this one, I'm wondering if I should take the tires off and turn these silver. Let's see how difficult that would be. it wouldn't be all that difficult to do. Very, very tempting. Very, very tempting. Yep, I might have to do that. And the last one that I found is this one. It'd also be tempting to do that on this car, because this car definitely looks better with lighter colored wheels. But this car, the car itself, is very impressive. Wow, this one is just like the Chevelle. The front axle is completely log jammed. What is going on, Auto World? There's absolutely no movement in the front axle. That is so weird. Rear axle is fine, but the front axle completely log jammed. That sucks because that's a really cool car. And I've had this one before. The last one that I had rolled fine. I have this casting in black and it rolls fine. So, I don't know. I wonder what's causing that. It's pretty much the same exact issue as the Chevelle, and I mean the wheels are on the axle all the way, so I don't know. There's got to be something. Maybe I could take the tires off, see if I can get a look here. Feels like the tires are getting caught up on something. In fact, yeah, I can see it right there. Oh, it's a dab of glue. Yeah, because having taken that tire off, now it rolls fine. There's a dab of glue up in the wheel well from the headlight. So I need to trim that. And then once I trim that, it should be good to go. Because the other side seems to be fine. So, not a big deal. I'm very tempted to turn these wheels silver as well. In fact, I'm definitely going to do that. Alright, well that's a small little project for me when I'm done here. Alright everybody, I hope you all got to see my video last night with these Greenlight wagons. They are instantly my Greenlight top 3. I'm a massive fan of these cars. I love them. So in honor of that, I got out my Greenlight top 5 in no particular order. I don't know if I could rank them. I suppose I probably could. At number 5, it would be this one here. Datsun 510. That would be my Greenlight number 5 overall casting. At number 4, it would be this. Ford Crown Victoria, or in this case, the Mercury Marauder. These are very tough to find. And we will never again see the Mercury Marauder. So if you ever come across one, make sure you scoop it up, because these are only going to be Ford Crown Vics going forward. So that would be, for me, that would be number 4. And then number 3 is where it kind of gets interesting. You know, it's kind of a tie for me. So for me, it's kind of a tie between these two. But I think my number one is still going to be the Fox body. But those right there are my top 3 Greenlight castings. Now this is subject to change. You know, there's been a little bit of change. For the most part, it's been pretty consistent. These 2 have been my top 2 since I started collecting. But, you know, this one is definitely new to the top 5. I've always been a fan of the Crown Vic. And the Datsun's relatively new, being that it's a relatively new casting from Greenlight. But I was kind of surprised that the Hako didn't make it. I don't even know if the Hako would make my top 10. So, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I might have to mull that over and think about that. But these wagons are definitely, I mean, all you collectors, especially wagon enthusiasts, these are must-haves. So, and if you can find an older, nice civilian deco Ram Charger, you should scoop those up, because they're definitely worth having. But they can be pricey. So if you can find one of the, if you find this one here, and if you can find it for under $25, I think that's a score. Because they just don't come up for sale that often. Which is weird because they made, I think they made over 3,000 of these. Or maybe it was right at 3,000. So, well, thank you everybody for checking out the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the diecast. I think I'm going to paint some wheels here on this Ford and on this 3-tire Chevy. So we'll see how those come out. I'll come back and post them if they look okay. Happy hunting, happy collecting, happy diecasting, happy layout making. Hopefully you've all at least attempted a layout. Make something cool to take pictures of your diecast on. I did get some supplies today for the next layout, and I just need to go to Home Depot and get the board, and then I should be good to go. And I might end up doing that this afternoon. But it is pouring rain here in Mesa, Arizona, so I may not go today. But if the rain lets up, then I'll probably run down to Home Depot and grab a board, because I have everything else that I need to get started. So, but all right, well, you all have a good weekend, and I'll holler at you at the next video.